Okay.
Yes! Yes!
This is the ending of the embrace ceremony. Everybody's gotten their walk around. They shook hands and greeted with everybody. Just give me some footage at the end of it. You can get a quite, get a couple of good views of it if you really want to. Nothing major.
I got some good pictures now.
You get to see what you're looking at right there. See if I can show you a good that's how it looks. See if I can walk on the other side and give you another angle. A lot of people showed up. You can get some good images from here if you really want to. Just gotta kind of zoom in on them. Kind of get an idea, what people see. Maybe when they take down the fence, I might do a walk around the whole entire thing when there's not that many people around. Right now there's a lot of people like around it, so you really can't get a good thorough look at it. Yeah, Meet Boston over here. I'm not too sure what this is about, but we'll check it out. See what they have going on in there. What's Meet Boston about?
What's that?
What's Meet Boston about?
Oh, I'm not sure.
You're not sure? Let's take a quick look and see what Meet Boston's about. I guess you can buy memorabilia of the Embrace. I'm not too sure what they have, but see if I can take a quick. I guess they got T-shirts, they got hats, umbrellas. Take a quick look at what they have inside, so you guys get an idea what they have. They got T-shirts here. They got black and they got white. They look like they got some kind of bags over here in the corner, all the way over. They got umbrellas. They got hats.
Excuse me, sir. Are there any freebies? I'm sorry? Are there any freebies? No, this is free. This stuff is. You know what this is made of? I'm sorry? I was there when I was there. I was there.
And I can't walk in there to see my only black brother who died for our country for peace. That is sick.
Talk to the mayor.
Yeah, I won't talk to the man.
Because the mayor is the one who's directly responsible for that.
So you want to come back? We still have.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
See, the problem with that is the biggest problem with that is it was false advertisement. They advertised it to all the local media about this event, but they never told them there was a ticket involved.
Right.
So
There's a little bit of a
that was the biggest
miscommunication,
problem.
yeah.
They shouldn't have made it like a public event and say, all of a sudden you need to get a ticket.
Well, they should also have scaffolding that come down to that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They still have, like Greg was saying, they still have things to do.
Right. So what they should have did too, they should have made it hold off on it to a later date. I mean, how hard is that?
Probably a better way to do it. Yeah.
Very poorly planned. Yeah, I know. They put a top over it, and I don't know. The city of Boston needs a lot of improvement, like a lot of improvement. We got a lot of politicians that are not suitable for this city or state. And I understand people being upset. We need to see Tito Jackson, see what he says. Hey Tito, how do you feel about them not giving tickets to the public? What do you think about that? Think they should have been more publicly known, or?
Bruh.
I'm recording. I got to get the information out there, man. He doesn't want to be. He doesn't speak on public.
And I was there, and I was part of this.
I feel your pain,
I was
man.
part of everything.
And you're only going to find this on your YouTube channel, right?
And all these white people.
We're only going to find that on my channel too, as well.
Yeah, totally.
So we like to document what we see.
No.
But I understand it.
No,
I understand the anger
that
too.
makes
They falsely
sick.
advertise a public event,
Yep.
and you don't do
This is
that.
America.
You-
That
you-
man fought for this country.
And I think they should have just planned it better,
Yeah.
a lot better. Should have advertised it with respect. Told people that you needed tickets to get there. You don't advertise an event. So all the social media.
said you need a ticket.
Nowhere, no
the
platform
articles
said
said
that you needed a ticket. Not any platform. WBZ, Channel 5, Channel 7,
Some of the articles, yeah.
even Instagram and Twitter. Nothing said you needed a ticket. All of a sudden, people get down here. Oh, you need a ticket. Tickets are sold out. I mean,
As a win.
Yeah, as a win, exactly. When were the tickets even? When were the tickets? How much did it even cost? You know what I mean, there's a whole lot of watch it back there. But there's a lot of stuff that needs to be addressed. Yeah, well,
Who we got in here?
city of Boston is very corrupt.
Maybe Elizabeth
We have a lot of corrupt people, and it starts from the mayor on down. I mean, if you want to go to the deeper heart of it, start with City Hall and unravel the dirt in City Hall and keep going. It's like it's a domino effect. You'd be surprised. A lot of corrupt politicians, and sometimes we can expose that stuff. We gotta call it what it is. And I'm gonna start doing a lot more politician exposing.
Good.
You're
Those
gonna have.
videos are popular.
Yeah, you
see
have
Alex
to.
Stein going up to them and calling, Eye Patch McCain, and just going at
Yeah,
Big Louis
you
Latino.
gotta put them on the spot.
Right.
And a lot of them don't
Wow.
want to talk on camera too.
Yeah.
They're afraid of the camera.
They are.
It's called a career killer. You can put the career killer out there. You grab a politician by the neck.
Somebody's gonna catch me expressing myself openly and honestly, and it's gonna destroy my career.
Be truthful. Just always actually
Because
just be
they're
truthful.
lie people. They're afraid of the truth.
Well, if they're afraid of the truth, then don't get in office. I
We
mean,
got a little action coming now.
yo, actually, what's that?
Little VIP action.
Or the barrier? That's the barrier trucks.
Oh, it's the barrier trucks. That's
That's the Silver D 18 and 19, I think it is, something like that. Or Silver D 300.
There's wonderfully diverse and inclusive, sculpture here that nobody's allowed to see unless you get a special ticket.
You gotta get a special ticket that no one knows about.
And I bet none of the VIPs had to get a special ticket, right? They were on a list.
They want to.
They were invite.
Invite only.
Ayanna Presley had to get a ticket? Probably not.
Probably not. I don't think she had to get a ticket. I doubt it. Ayanna Presley had to get a ticket.
She has a big staff.
A lot of stuff going on in the city of Boston. No one knows. You know me. I know you too. What's going on, my man?
Man about town. Hey.
Oh man.
Whenever there's something going on, you're there.
I'm trying to get on it, man. Hey, man, I try to do the best I can.
I hope you do us right when you do us when we do our parades, man.
I'm gonna do you right. I do you right.
No, remember when we did the parades downtown, me and my people?
Yeah. I remember.
So what is your like? What's your angle? What's your website? What do you do?
Well, I put on everything goes on YouTube. The majority.
What do you call yourself?
External Affairs Porter. External Affairs Porter on YouTube.
Okay.
You just type in that, you'll find all my videos up on YouTube.
So are they basically mostly all political? I mean,
Well, it's everything.
yeah, but like, what's the majority?
A lot of it is, well, I can't say the majority. Majority might be crime on the streets. It could be firefighting. It might be a meeting, a political meeting I go to.
Oh, so you're almost like your own journalist.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you add like any story or caption to it, or you just let
I
it
haven't
out?
done that yet, but people want me to start doing that.
Well, and then you might show your bias, so you better off just let the
I try to
picture-
report what I see,
Yeah.
and I
Well, see, that's rare.
Right.
Because all news is not news.
Well, that's what happened.
It's opinion.
they try to have a bias, so I try to have a bias to it, even if I do feel a certain kind of way.
Let the bias be truth.
Yeah, there you go. How about we speak the
Nothing
truth?
wrong with that, right?
Yeah, it's
I
supposed
mean,
to
if you're
truth.
gonna lean to the truth, that's
Yeah.
the only bias that's good.
Well, we want transparency and accountability. That's the thing we're trying to shoot for.
Wow, what you just said,
It's not going to happen,
it hasn't happened in probably 50 years.
and it probably won't happen.
Since they killed Kennedy, it hasn't. See you later. I mean, if they took out Kennedy, they took out Nixon, they might take out Trump.
Oh yeah, you never know.
I mean, they've already taken out Epstein and a few others.
Politics is very dangerous business. The deeper you dig, the harder it is. You know.
Well, the politicians who gain power or
Yeah.
who threaten
Or
power.
manipulate power.
Well, yeah, the ones who manipulate has power.
That's true. You're right.
But the ones who threaten their power
Mhm.
is also very
Or
dangerous.
that's dangerous too.
And
You're
they
right.
can get killed for that.
That's true. Or they could be doing the killing.
True.
It goes both ways.
That's right.
It
And
does
if
go.
you notice the people who are verbal, who speak against
Mhm.
the bad guys and bad girls,
Right.
they may not have money power. All they have is the power that the Constitution gives us.
Gotcha. Yeah.
They're always threatened with their lives.
Yeah.
They don't do the
Well,
killing.
they don't like those guys. Don't like freedom. That's the problem.
Exactly. So the ones in power,
Mhm.
once they may like freedom until they get the power.
Right.
But once they get the power, they want to take the freedom from you. That's like mankind is so evil.
Mhm.
We are evil. We're born with
We're born with good and bad.
The fact of the matter is, unless you turn yourself over to God, you're always going to serve evil. Even when there are people who think they're doing right
That's
when
true.
they're evil,
That's true. You're right.
and that's the most scariest part.
But it's the thing
because
they don't know.
No. Here's the thing: either that or they're ignorant, or God has blinded them.
That's possible too.
I'll give you a perfect example. Have you ever heard of Dr. Mengele?
Are you getting on?
Not thoroughly. I heard the name before.
Auschwitz
Okay.
concentration camp.
Yeah.
He was their doctor,
Oh,
the
okay.
most famous doctor in the world.
Gotcha.
He was called the Angel of Death. He
Uh-huh.
experimented on children. He was a mass murderer,
Mhm.
but a doctor.
But in disguise, basically.
But if you talk to him,
Mhm.
he would think that he's okay, that what he was doing was all right.
Right.
Now that is the most sickest kind, because he's basically saying, I had to kill some people for what I think is the right reason.
Even because he believed it was right, doesn't mean it was right.
Exactly, and that's
Right.
the most scariest part. Because today, there are many who think that they're doing right and committing evil. There's also people who have hijacked that.
Right.
They commit evil and say, I'm doing what is best for you.
Right. That's true. You're right.
Like, have you heard of, when you hear this phrase, run away?
Mhm.
For the good of the country,
Right.
for the good of the children. They're lying to their teeth.
Yeah. What good are they talking about?
Oh, they're talking about something else. That's manipulation. I
Oh
mean,
yeah. There's a lot
that's
of.
gaslighting.
Oh yeah. There's a lot of corruption going on.
Oh my God.
You know what?
Look at Biden. They're starting. I mean, he's been corrupt since the get-go.
Oh, he's been born corrupt.
But the idea is now his own people are giving the news to hang him. 'Cause remember, they've already found the
They like my sign.
secret documents in 2 different locations.
But all the politicians do the same thing. Some get caught.
Politicians don't steal documents. They can
Oh,
go
they
to jail for that.
they do.
Only the President of the United States and the
All right,
FBI,
Bradley.
the CIA, and the Secret Service,
Getting cold.
they can't even touch those documents. It's like you go to jail.
Well, you're supposed to go to jail for it, but
Let's see.
they probably won't.
Exactly. Well, see, the President can touch those documents. She has that right. Give it to the President. But the Vice President can't take secret documents.
He's not supposed to
He doesn't
take
have that authority.
He takes them, but he's not
But
supposed
see,
to.
now we got caught. Now they're going to impeach him for it.
Well,
You know why? He's worn out his usefulness. Kamala's going to be next president.
you think so?
Yep.
They might try that.
Until I see you, next time I see you, you're going to say you're right. Kamala will be
I
president.
think because he kept
within a
calling
year.
he kept calling her president. You notice that? And all
The guy's lost his
he
mind.
kept saying Kamala, where you
Look at the guy they voted in senator in Pittsburgh.
Yes.
That guy's lost. He had a stroke. He's lost his mind, and they still voted for him. Brother.
They don't care.
The guy, you know what?
They'll vote for a rat if they can vote for him.
In the debate, when the guy got up in front, he's like Biden. In the very first statement, when the debate began, you know what he said? Good night. Look it up, YouTube. The guy's lost his mind.
He lost his mind, huh?
He's lost his mind.
That's why it's good to document stuff like
We're
that.
crazy to vote for him. I'm not me
But
personally.
I'm at a solution right now. Don't vote for anybody because they're all just as bad.
Well, no, you can find good if you look hard.
No, you got to make them good. They all.
Well, some you have to like McCarthy.
Once they cross the
Like
threshold,
like McCarthy, he's a Republican, but he's just part of the problem. But those 20 reps put his feet to the fire and they forced him to do the right thing. You're right about
you
that.
got to make them right.
But see, the 20 that forced them,
Yeah.
they were in danger. They're on the right.
Well, you got to make a bad politician a good politician. You got to force them.
Some of them have so much power.
Well,
Like Nancy Pelosi, you couldn't force her to do what's right.
I tell you what.
If you had a gun to her head. That woman is so
We'll talk about that on a different level.
Oh, man, she is evil.
Hey, good to see you, my man. Be safe out there. And we're just documenting the aftermath of the revealing of the Embrace statue. And you get some good and bad. Some people like it, some people don't like it. Some people were upset because they didn't advertise it properly. Some people came from Chicago, some people came from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Luther King was a great man. But those who say that they believe in him
Uh-huh.
have hijacked what he believes in.
That's true.
And it's twisted it for their own greed. Everybody here today that was there
I agree
is
with
guilty with that.
I agree with that. I
Rolling over. You know why Coretta Scott King didn't come today?
she didn't want
She was supposed to be here.
she didn't agree with what they were doing.
What they're doing.
She didn't like
And
the
you know
politics.
something? The statue and all. I would rather have seen a real statue.
I said the same thing.
Not no headless.
I said that to one of the local
That is
media.
so-
I said, why would you pick
I'd
two
rather see a statue of the guy.
a picture of him and his wife together? How about that?
I know. What's up with that?
A picture of.
Anyways, bro, at least we agree upon something.
I agree, because somebody looking at that don't know what they're looking at. Like, if I see that, what does that represent?
I represent Jesse Jackson and Al Sharpton.
Jesse Jackson and Al Sharpton.
And Ayanna Preston. Oh my! I met her. Oh my God. She's lost her mind.
Just so you know, a lot of politicians are bought and paid for.
Yeah,
I mean,
you know where the money from?
they do what they are
Money
told to
came
do.
from China.
They do what they're told to do, not what they're supposed to do.
Hello, sir.
How you doing today? How come you're on the other side of the fence? You get a ticket?
If I get a ticket?
Don't even that's been the joke of the day. No one,
okay.
everybody that was supposed to be on that side of the fence is supposed to have a ticket. Now they advertise it as if it was a public event.
Yeah.
But what happened when the people got down here, they realized you
couldn't
needed a
get in.
ticket.
Yes, that's the
So that's
thing.
false advertisement and misleading. And that
I'm
comes
calling-
from
yeah.
corrupt government.
Yeah.
That comes from a
I'm
corrupt.
calling WBO. to let
I'm
them
calling
know.
I'm calling WBZ Radio and
Yeah,
to talk to
yeah.
Dan Ray personally
Yeah,
about this
yeah,
one.
yeah.
Because I think he needs to know about the corrupt politicians in Massachusetts. They fence. Why do they fence it up?
I mean that's. I can understand. You know, we're living in a crazy time that for safety too, but
It's not no safety. It's nothing to do with safety. It's all about them. See, this is what I believe. If you're gonna have an event that's only for tickets only, you should say so and tell them
Yeah.
we will later have it open to the public at a later date. But you don't advertise it to all the local media and say that the mayor is going to reveal this statue, and all of a sudden you get down here, you need
I
tickets.
didn't hear after the
I have
ticket.
one place, one local network that said you need to get a ticket, and that's unfortunate. They
Can
do.
you tell me which one?
None of them.
Oh,
None of them-
okay,
none of
okay,
them
I
said
thought
it.
You said there was one.
Oh, not
Then I
one.
said, no, I listened
No,
to the
what they
video.
did, I heard a person tell me after the fact, they had the tickets on a separate website that wasn't associated with anything else but the tickets only. So that's misleading. There was no media outlet that had advertised anything about tickets. And the question is, how much did the tickets cost? I want to know how much the tickets
I
cost.
don't think it was. I think they were free ticket. I don't
If they're free tickets, then how come you didn't get one?
No, because I didn't know, because you have
I
to
didn't, but I didn't get one either.
find it.
So how you gonna find it? Okay, say for example, I don't have internet. I don't have email. So how am I supposed to find these tickets? You know what I mean?
Down here told you there was gonna be chairs or just sit down on that tent and watch it.
I have no idea where this is.
Or just tell people, hey,
You get ticket. You have to register for the event. That's the word.
they could have said that.
Yeah, but I didn't.
They could have said you gotta register. They didn't say nothing about registering. They should have said it's only open to politicians.
Those who know.
Nobody knew, trust me. The only ones that knew were the special. See, this gets to show you something too. Now, all the people who were invited through special tickets, those are the people that the mayor has in her hip pocket. Those are the people that are controlled.
I wouldn't say that.
No,
That's-
trust me,
that's
they're not
other
independent
people.
because
Yeah,
they don't have a voice. They can't speak freely. They're controlled. They can't say what they really want to say.
I wouldn't say that because I saw a lot of people.
Well, what you do is try to get them.
And I know I've
Like
been
some
to
of
others.
the sponsors, my friend works for Bank of America and they sponsored, like they gave a lot of money to this. So
Uh-huh.
then they give them tickets.
Okay, they gotta
so
give
their
money.
Employees get in.
So you gotta give how much money now? A couple $100,000 to go get a ticket?
Well, they gave a lot of money.
Well, you're not the first person that said that though.
Huh?
You're not the first person that said that people gave a lot of money to go to this thing.
Yes.
So my question is,
Companies.
now when the companies get all this money and they give this money, where does that money go to?
Construct all this.
That money's already paid by other sponsors and stuff. So then you pay more money on top of money.
Future, well,
Future what?
it's, I don't know.
Future education for our kids in school?
Scholarships.
Scholarship?
Yeah, they are actually they are Martin Luther King scholarships in universities.
Yeah. So
I'm a college coach, yeah.
so I would like to see more the public schools get funded with better curriculum.
Well, advocate, what have you done?
What
have you done?
what have I done?
Yes.
I put a lot of people's feet to the fire and say public schools need better safety.
Okay.
And they do need a lot, but they need school police back into the schools.
Yeah,
We need police officers back in the schools. We need better curriculum for our students.
Yeah.
We need better teachers.
Right.
Teachers need to get paid more money.
All that.
Oh, you think not?
No. All of that, especially curriculum and teachers being
Uh-huh.
paid money and our students getting the best education, we have to.
And I think we need to better the community schools. So instead of busing kids all across the whole city, how about building better schools inside the community itself? So that way you don't have to go to Charlestown. Charlestown has a good school.
I don't live in the city.
So they spend more money, more time busing kids around the school. They're being late, getting car accidents, getting left on school buses, missing their stop, all this stuff that could be avoided if they live with the school in their own community.
That's Diana person.
There's a lot that could be changed. I'm not a politician though, but I hold them accountable. This is the stuff that you don't see. This is the kind of stuff you don't normally see on YouTube, but I'm gonna put it on
Oh, I
YouTube.
think you should.
You should, yeah, I got
this
to.
This is wonderful.
Yeah.
I mean, we just happened upon it. We didn't even know.
See, the thing about it, they advertise it in a bad way. When everybody came, they advertised it, but they didn't tell people they needed to get tickets to go inside.
Oh.
So the people who were left out had to wait on the outside and watch. The people, you're right. They were probably the more important people.
Yeah.
The people that didn't pay the ticket.
Right.
Yeah.
See that? She agrees.
Yeah.
See, we make the city. Me and you as an individual, we make the city what it is. The politicians are just people who live off our money.
Yeah, I know.
We know that.
We talk about that all
You're talking
day.
our language.
That's it, but it's the truth. It's the truth.
It
If we vote you in office, then you should be
Working for us.
working for us. There you go. Should be answering us. Yeah.
Take a picture, Mom. I'm going to right now. Okay.
He's gonna give her a good close-up picture.
What happened? Mom. Video.
Thank you so much.
Best video. Just a video. Never see it on it.
You're a good man, dude. You're a good man.
All right. All right. You take care.
Take care. Be safe. Follow the money. Always follow the money. I don't get involved in politics, but I know a lot how corrupt politicians operate. I see them on a regular basis. All they do is give the American people lip service. They don't really care about you. And if they did, they probably wouldn't be a politician in the first place. They would get out there and do the work regardless if they're in office or not. Because why should we wait for you to get into office to do a job if that's what you really feel like doing? There are people who help the community on a regular basis and don't get a dime for it. Don't get no recognition at all. So politicians, you know, we gotta expose them. One by one, we'll expose them. Don't vote for people that don't care about you. How about that? That's a slogan. If they don't care about you right now out here, then they're not gonna care about you back there. Now, what kind of metal is that made out of? Is it copper or brass, steel?
No idea.
They didn't even speak nothing about that.
No?
You would think a major event, I would hope it's brass or something, but you would think this whole event, right? They would have said how many man hours it took to build it, what the material is made out of, how much it weighs, because people want to know that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
We don't care about the lip service. We want to know, you know, who are the workers that put the hard work into it.
Signed it and it worked. You're
Yeah.
right. How many
man hours did it take?
Yeah.
I mean,
That's got to be quite a job, though, right?
it has to be quite a job, obviously. But I didn't hear one little snippet of anything about the statue other than it's the embrace.
We're from Connecticut.
Uh-huh.
We drive up to meet my daughter, and they were talking about on the radio that what impressed one person were the buttons on the sleeve and the pearl
the bracelet, yeah.
I mean, which are pretty cool, but I mean,
The other people
a
that
lot
were
more symbolism in there than that.
well, a lot of people will question why did they put a picture of Martin Luther King?
Yeah.
Because if we just look at this as a whole, we never know what that is unless somebody tells us what it is.
Right, unless you read the sign out front.
Right, I have to go down and read the sign.
Yeah.
But if there's a picture of Martin Luther King, then you would realize it
You would know
symbolizes.
who it was.
Right, exactly.
You know immediately.
Immediately, if you didn't know who that symbolized, then you wouldn't be looking at the right thing.
What, you taking a picture of the whole thing? Or?
I record everything. I document what I see. I put a lot of stuff on there, like
That's
that guy
great.
over there is doing. He's streaming on YouTube, I think. Are you YouTube live?
Yeah.
What's your channel?
Places to visit. I just muted it.
It's called Places to Visit.
Yeah, I mean, I'm doing live 4K. I don't know how the quality is.
Hey man.
Because with so many people doing live videos,
The choppiness.
sometimes it skips.
Yeah, that's
But,
why I don't do a lot of live stuff. I done like maybe 4 live videos in my whole life, but
live now.
no, I'm not doing live now. It looks like it's live, but it's not.
You can put places to visit, all one word, and put Dr. Martin Luther King.
So it's called Places to Visit.
Yeah, that's my
I'm
channel.
gonna check you out. Places to Visit.
And
I'm
plus,
External Affairs Porter on
Plus,
YouTube.
I'm like the longest live video of the event, so I should be.
I know you was live streaming from the beginning. I saw you earlier. Yeah.
I want to come.
I did about hour and a half of static recording.
You can see right here. almost 3 hours and 40 minutes of live.
3 hours.
Luckily, I got this thing.
I got you. That's why I do the same thing. See, you smart man. If you didn't have that, you couldn't do what you're doing. I brought this just in case I had it. I had to do it because if I didn't do that, then I'd be. I would have died about 2 hours ago.
When I started videos many years ago, sometimes my camera batteries would die and I'd be freaking out trying to get a little bit as possible. So then eventually I started having like for my good cameras, ton of batteries.
Oh, okay.
Like 6 cameras, 6 batteries for my good camera.
Gotcha.
And then for the phone I have to have these, so now I just.
Yeah, it's easy to do that, yeah. But you just charge your phone completely all the way to the max. When you start recording, like 20 minutes into your recording, throw that on. And then just feed off of that. You see what I got, right? See what this is? It's quick and easy, man.
That screen in case you have an accident.
It's called cheating. A lot of people don't know that, but
also the battery packs that go behind the phone.
yeah, I tried those, but I didn't like those too well.
You have to like develop.
Yeah, because now it's this right here. Because this is about. I got a 6-foot cord. This is a 3-foot cord. But I got a 6-foot cord that'll kind of match up with this when it goes all the way up.
I went to CES. I don't know if you know what CES.
CES?
CES.
Oh, CES.
In Las Vegas, where they show off all the latest technologies.
I heard about that.
I don't like being in front of the camera. But a lot of companies want to give me free products to review.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And that includes like a battery, like a solar charger battery. It's like that big, and it can fit a lot of power. So I'm thinking with my good camera, I could be out in the field and shoot for like
days,
10, 12 hours.
Okay.
If I have that thing in my backpack.
You probably could. You also can get one of those smaller lead acid batteries that's 12 volts, almost like a motorcycle battery, and run it off of that, and then you still do the same thing. Just have your adapter on the end of it. That's if you're doing a lot of live stream. You have to do a lot of live stream.
Plus I have 5G with the top of the line T-Mobile up.
You got 5G on that one?
Yeah, it's just.
I got 5G, but I don't know what. I'm not sure.
I know with other companies, I think you have to pay for 5G. With T-Mobile, it's included in the price.
Yeah, I got T-Mobile too, so I think mine's is included.
Yeah, that's good. Depends on the phone too.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like paying for smartphones, but what sucks is that I have to pay every time a new iPhone comes out, so I can get the faster modem.
Ah, I got you.
Because even in the some of the older iPhones had the Intel modems that are significantly worse than the modems in the Android phones.
Wow. Yeah, I'm using a cheaper model Galaxy.
The new, so that means if we were to get a new Galaxy, it would have a dual modem system.
Oh, okay.
That gets signals from different areas.
Oh, I know what you're talking
so
about.
If one area
drops, it picks up the other one.
On you. Yeah. Depending on where you go. So your live, so if you do live, you'll have a significantly less chances of your live dropping. Because anywhere you go, it'll keep bouncing off new signals.
Because on the 5G, you get you could pick up like 4 different towers anyway.
Yeah.
Because of your proximity of the towers. But you're good on technical stuff. I heard that stuff before.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I upgraded, because I want the dual pickup.
I listen to a lot of that stuff because the you're right. You can either get the 5G or the 4G, but you also get in other networks that you can probably bootleg off of too. There's a couple of things that those. If you get there's a couple of ways you can do that.
I'm probably gonna stop soon. This whole thing was a little bit of.
It wasn't the way it should have been.
I know how the news works. They want to wait until the last minute so people don't boot off, and then they'll lose their ad, because I think the media's sponsors, they gave money.
Oh, okay.
And they have to keep going until at the very last minute, because they know people will leave, tune off the channel, and they'll lose some money.
Gotcha. I think it could have been more explained on the advertisement end of it, and told people that they could have told people that they actually need tickets rather than you get down and you gotta wait and watch the demo.
Even the police got angry that people tore some of this down.
Or the police? Or they tore this down?
Yeah, I did on my section.
Well, no way. People did that because they wanted to see what's going on.
Yeah.
I mean,
and one police officer, I think he saw me did it, he came over. He tried to fix it. But then the people, I kept my mouth shut. I didn't want. I was thinking maybe they know it was me. But the people behind me,
And they did it too.
they're telling him, you know what, leave it up, sir. And eventually the guy just it
let
was
it-
just one police officer. With a whole
Oh yeah,
mob of people
he
freaking
wasn't
out.
gonna win.
It's not worth it. Plus, no one's doing anything violent, so it's
Right.
just not.
Well, if they would have kept it as a public event, a real public event, you wouldn't have to do all that in the first place.
But what's ironic, they say it's for safety reasons.
What
But
safety?
Like they don't want too many people in the same area. But if it was the 4th of July or the New Year's,
Or even-
we always have thousands of
Even
people.
the Hemfest, you know, stuff
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that. Is,
There's always much more crowded.
There's a lot more people
you're
there.
Making shit up.
yeah, they're making shit up. It's not about safety at all.
It could be safety for the people who's in it.
Safety for the people who donate the money, the money donators.
Yeah, they want to be away from the common people.
Well, so those people you don't want to be next to them anyway. The people that don't want to be near you, you don't want to be near them. Hey guys, you get to see the unveiling of the Martin Luther King. I guess you call it the Embrace. That's what they're calling this, the Embrace. I don't know who came up with the idea of calling it the Embrace, but that's what they're calling this, the Embrace.
They have a website too.
I see more people making money off of this than anything else. They're selling hats, gloves. Did it? I'm like, okay, so this is supposed to be a community event, but you're making a profit off of it.
It's like media.
Yeah.
So it's almost like thinking maybe. I mean, so it's not a joke, but it's almost like thinking the reason why they gave black people more whites is to make profit off of it.
You know what? You might be right.
Do something.
Hey, I tell you what, they don't give you rights unless they're getting something else in return. Put
It's
it
like the media right now is getting a lot of money out of it.
Oh yeah.
It's almost like, yes, we finally built the country
Right.
with their labor.
Right.
Now we don't need as much anymore. Okay, now it's time to give them the whites. So let's make us look good now.
No, you might be onto something there.
I mean, Biden actually voted to climb vote back.
You might be onto something there.
It's almost like the people who was part of the.
What they're trying to say is, black people in America are worthy usefulness, so we got to find another use for them. You know, in so much terms.
I mean, look at all the Black Lives Matter protests that happened. As soon as all that ended,
Yeah.
they increased the police funding right after COVID, and everybody has their mouth shut.
Yeah. See, I don't get involved in politics, but I know politics it's all about how much showboating can you do before the people. How much can you really do? But you don't really want to do anything, but you want to pretend you're doing something. It's all about pretending.
I mean, I know in Atlanta, they're building a police training ground to increase the police presence, thinking that's going to solve crime. I said, how about you have programs in school?
Right, there you go.
Spend money that way. Don't keep spending
How
money
about
on the
educating the
police.
kids, talking to them, making them aware of certain things?
Add jobs.
Put them on, like in the summertime, take them on camping trips. Take them out of the country to other countries and see how those countries function, so you get to see how life really is.
I mean, one of the reasons why people go into crime because of jobs.
Jobs?
And then because they could commit a small crime when they were younger.
Right.
All of a sudden stays in their record. So
Yes.
now they have no choice but to get into other things to feed their family.
That is true. You're right. How about giving them a second chance in life? Re-educate them. You know, give them a positive
Yeah,
attitude.
plus back then, all you needed was to smoke something. That's all you needed.
It could be
And
anything.
put you in jail for 1 or 2 years.
Right.
And you didn't hurt anybody.
That's
You're
true.
just messing yourself up. That's it.
Well, remember Hillary Clinton and I believe it was Joe Biden called us super predators back in the I want to say it was in the 90s.
I mean, he was part of Bush's global war planning team.
When we call someone super predators, what do you really mean by that?
So I mean, that's almost. I thought of it a long time ago where I voted for Obama,
Mm-hmm.
but I keep thinking that maybe he wouldn't have won if he didn't have like a war hawk as a VP Biden. As
Yeah.
I don't think that would allow him to win.
See, right now, when I look at politicians, I look at them as puppets because they're being controlled by the unseen hand.
Yeah, just
So there's
like
an unseen hand that controls all politicians
the
in
same
life.
situation with Trump.
Yeah.
Where when he came in, he tried to be anti-war.
Right.
But what's ironic is that a lot of he had issues with some of the people who wanted him to be more war aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
And he has a big mouth, so he tried going up again. And I'm thinking, you know what? If you didn't want to be as pro-war, listen to them.
Right.
Why'd you put them in your cabinet?
Right.
It's almost like they told me, you know what? We're going to be president, but you have to have these pro-war people.
For
in your
what
cabinet."
people?
And because
And the
they-
thing about it, you got to have at least one person that's pro-war because politics is about war.
Yeah. And because he didn't want to go to start a conflict with Russia,
Mhm.
now all of a sudden there's like a race thing all over America right after that. And I'm
Well,
thinking, you know what, they can care less about race.
You'd be wise not to go to war with Russia anyway. You'd be super wise to leave Russia alone.
We're already in World War III with them.
You don't want to. If you go through a full scale with Russia,
It's already happening right now. The reason why Russia didn't win is because of our involvement.
yeah. Russia. If we go, yeah, you don't want to go. You don't want to go to full scale war with Russia. Not in the way that Russia will fight you.
But I think even Russia is threatening nukes because in their mind they thought it was going to be easy. But they should know that with America involved, you're not going to.
Well, America should never got involved in that war. That's not America's war.
It started in 2014.
Yeah.
Because many years ago, the leader of Ukraine was starting to be pro-America.
Right.
I mean, pro-Russia. And America didn't like that.
Mm.
So all of a sudden, they had like there was a leaked audio from a politician, I forgot who, a U.S. official, saying if we want the new person to be in charge of Ukraine, here's a list of people. So after the protest that happened in Ukraine, one of the people that America wanted to be in charge ended up being in charge of Ukraine.
Huh.
So that's why at the last minute, Russia got angry. They took over Crimea. They said, now America's going to put their stuff all over the place. We need to have at least something to prevent America. So this whole thing started.
Way back then.
And then all of a sudden after that, the people who was pro the original leader kept fighting the government. So there was like a civil war for many, many years. But people kept their mouth shut.
Gotcha.
And now all of a sudden,
Now it's becoming
Russia saying he wants to help the other people, but he's pissed off because he lost his influence because of the United States.
Wow.
So
Well,
in the media they'll say that Russia invaded just for the hell of it.
right.
But they don't want to look at
Why they invaded?
everything that's involved.
Yeah, I try not to follow that either because it's more to it than what we know.
I mean, Russia's a dictator no matter what, but at the same time, people need to know
Why?
exactly. Yes, he's a dictator because he put himself president for so many years with fake elections. Let's be honest.
Oh,
But at the
okay.
same time,
Well, they do that here in America
yeah,
too.
but at the same
They,
time, he's
they
not.
fake, you don't think they fake elections here?
I mean, here's what I see. I think they faked it to put Trump in.
Yeah.
Because at that time, Hillary Clinton had they make sure it was just on mute. But many, many years ago, they said if she were to pick a business person to be president, who would it be? It would be Trump.
Oh, okay.
So they wanted Trump in no matter what.
Gotcha.
The only problem is he wasn't listening to everything they were saying after he became president.
Too much politics out
And then
there.
said, you know what? We gotta fuck this guy up. Let's get rid of him. He's not doing what we asked him.
Wow.
Let's make him like the biggest racist in the world. But some of the things
Yeah.
he did is pretty bad.
Right.
But at the same time, we had all sorts of Bush and lots of other politicians didn't do it.
That's true. Well, we'll see how this election turns out. The next one that comes up.
And now Trump thinks that he can try to be elected. They're not gonna let him.
He might get in. You never know. Keep your.
You have to have permission from the established people to get in.
They might have gave him the permission already. I don't know.
The way I see it now, if he tries to go with their policies, then they'll all of a sudden talk a bit about it.
Gotcha.
If he tries to be pro-war, pro-gas,
Oh, he has to be pro-war. Oh, he has to fit the narrative
he
too.
has to be pro-lockdowns and pro.
Yeah.
Because at that time, well, they were trying to do lockdowns for the vaccine and stuff. He was against it.
He was against it.
And against the vaccine. So that completely pissed off the establishment.
Gotcha. Interesting. See, they control the narrative too much. That's the problem. Well, keep exposing what you're exposing, and I expose what I expose. You stay off of politics? Politics is just...
Even though I don't like to just for saying what I say.
Well, they could. Take care, buddy. I'll talk to you. A lot of interesting things to see around in the city. People taking pictures. Everybody brought their cameras out. They wanted to see the Embrace statue. I'm a smart one. I have a lot of tricks in my sleeve. That's all. Over the years I developed. Hey, what's up, man? How you doing? Over the years you develop a lot of tricks. You have to. Or you could take a drone and fly a drone over there, right? I know people that, I'm not gonna say who. I know people that do it all the time.
Spend all this money on this piece of junk. What is it? I mean,
what is it? Tell me, what is that?
I don't know.
What is
I
that?
can't even tell.
What is that? What is that?
What is that
that?
statue? What is that?
But see that now, if you didn't know that, would you know that what it was?
Not from here.
So my question is, could they made an actual statue of Martin Luther King? Would that be better?
I just think they slacked it all.
That was my take too. Yeah.
I thought when they were building this, they were building some sort
But see, we're both black people, so we can speak together.
Yeah.
As a black person, talk to another black person.
Yeah.
Would it have been more reasonable to make a picture of, or a statue of Martin Luther King
Sir?
that we can remember him and embrace him the correct way?
That's exactly.
Him and his wife up there, how about that?
That's exactly.
Him and his wife
what I
embracing
thought.
each other?
That's exactly what I thought when I saw the first,
Right.
the first replica of it, and I was like, really? Is
So,
that what it's gonna
so
be?
how do I tell my younger generation coming up, like, what is that? Like, how do they explain, like, I know it's artwork, but how do we explain that to them?
Somebody's interpretation.
So somebody's interpretation, and we're supposed to understand their interpretation of something. But interpretation of a man and a woman embracing is an interpretation of a man and woman embracing.
Yeah, no, I didn't get it.
I didn't get it either.
I didn't get it at first.
I still don't get it.
I'm like, I wonder why. You know, why?
Couldn't they added a head to both of those statues?
You know what? The other thing I thought, I said, you know what? People are going to vandalize that.
Well, they may. We hope they don't.
We hope they don't.
But they may.
But for the fact that it doesn't really symbolize it. You know what I mean?
It doesn't symbolize Martin Luther King as I know him as.
Right.
I mean, if I'm going to symbolize a man, I want to symbolize a man by putting his picture up there.
Yeah, it would have been so nice.
I mean, all these we got Paul Revere statues around the city of Boston.
Yeah. Him and his wife embracing.
Yeah.
Would have been nice, right?
So why would you settle for that? And what is that? Like.
That's exactly what I thought.
But you're not the only person that said that, though. I spoke to a lot of. But no, we have to speak the truth. 'Cause I spoke to other black people, and they said the same thing. What is that? Like, whose idea was that? Who okayed it? They didn't consult with the majority of the black people. So who did they consult with?
Yeah, I thought it would have been so nice.
I thought it would have been nice if they put a.
Man and his wife. That would have been so.
That would have been perfect. A nice big statue of a man and his wife hugging, embracing each other.
Holding hands.
whatever it is, but you
Yeah.
can see it. You can see it's them.
This, like, I don't know I don't know how to identify with that.
That was my take. That was my take.
Like,
All of like last year and stuff. I was like, really? You know, when I saw it the first time, I saw the picture. You know?
right.
I said, really? Is that gonna
Well,
be all?
I will admit it's artwork. We won't dismiss the artwork about it, but it could have been better artwork.
Yeah.
It could have been a picture of a man and a woman embracing, and then you have the true meaning of embrace. What better of an embrace than having a man and woman embracing?
Yeah, it would have been nice to see his face and to see her face.
See, then it'd
and,
be
you know, to
something
get
that
the
people
whole
could look
thing.
at right away, and you could be walking down the street and be, oh, that's the image of Martin Luther King. That must be his wife he's embracing. This way, if people walk by right now and don't know what that is, hey, what's up, man? How you doing? Happy New Year. Good to see you. All right.
I agree. I totally agree because that was my thought, and I said, you know what? Let me keep my mouth shut.
But see, but people like you should have a voice. You should be heard because nobody, it makes a difference. And there's other people who feel the same way but don't want to say anything.
Right.
So people don't want to hurt people's feelings, but it's not about feelings. It's what's right. I mean,
I totally agree.
I'm saying they should have talked to us and said what would we like to see. The majority of people would have been like, "Oh, make a statue of Martin Luther King."
Yeah.
How about that?
How about that? Yeah.
How about make a statue of Martin Luther King, not a statue of two arms touching each other, and we don't know what the hell. I don't know what's going on there. I mean,
Yeah, I was afraid. I'm like, oh my God, people won't like that. They're gonna vandalize it. You know what I mean? Like, not in a way where
Well, you're gonna get-
disrespecting him.
yeah,
but
disrespecting the idea of the statue. I understand what you're saying.
That's what I thought.
My thing is this though: they didn't involve the people that take care, buddy. They didn't involve the people who should have been involved. There's a lot of community leaders that live within the community. They didn't involve these people in the making of this, so they kind of did it like on a secret level, and then decided they're going to involve everybody. How about the whole community? We could have meetings. They have Zoom meetings on everything else. Have Zoom meetings about this. What do y'all think? What do y'all think the idea should be? But
I agree because because I live not too far from here, so I'm always around here. And on Commonwealth Ave, you walk down, I see all these statues.
I see those. I know you're talking about, a full statue. But you can recognize that statue by the image that it presents. But this, like, if I took a picture of this and I put it across social media and tell people what's this mean, unless I told them that it's an embrace statue of Martin Luther King, they wouldn't know what that meant. They would have no idea what that meant. And I'm still looking at it, trying to see what identifies this thing to be Martin Luther King.
I wish that at least they had the heads, you know.
Put the head on there. Put it. You spend all that money, might as well put a head to the statue.
You know, it's a few $1 million.
Oh, way more than a few million. That's more than a few million. I think somebody got rich off of that. I talk to you. Be safe. So see, I like to report the good and the bad. It's a good idea that they have a statue for Martin Luther King, but it's a bad thing that they didn't involve all the people in the making of the statue. And there are people. Somebody said to me that's the reason why his wife didn't come down here, because she didn't approve of it. I don't know if that's true or not, but it could very well be true. I know one thing for sure, she was not here. So that could be one of many reasons. And usually when people don't approve of something, they don't show up to those kind of events. And I didn't hear anybody say that she sent her best wishes or nothing like that, because usually somebody sends a spokesperson in their behalf. I didn't see none of that either. So, that's what we have down here at the Commons. It's time to break everything down now. So overall, I'll say it was a positive event with a misinformation to the public. They did not tell the public that they needed to have tickets to enter the inside of the event. They did not say it was going to be like a secluded event type setup. So I'm down here in the Boston Common, what they call one of the oldest parks in the country. That's what I'm hearing, that this is one of the oldest parks in the country. So you guys get to see that. I'm not too sure when they're gonna reveal the actual. Somebody said late February or late February. They're supposed to reveal the thing. So we'll see. Even she's trying to just figure out what it. You know what? This is bad. You know what? See,
You can't go in and take a picture.
you can't go in and take a picture. But the bad thing is, right? I talk to a lot of people, right? Unless I tell them what that represents, they don't know. So then nobody knows what that represents. Now, if you had an actual picture of Martin Luther King,
Yeah.
it would speak for itself.
Right.
So you put an arm and another arm, and then how you associate that with Martin Luther King?
Right.
So this young lady said the same thing. She goes, "What is that?" And I said, "You know, I'm feeding off what people say, and I have to document it because if they don't know, they don't know.
They don't know, right?
And then how do we make it more clearer than putting a picture of the man there himself?
Right. Exactly.
Because if you see Martin Luther King, everybody's gonna be like, "Oh, that's Martin Luther King."
Mm-hmm.
They don't have to guess no more.
Right.
So now, me, if I didn't hear about this ceremony, I wouldn't even know what that is.
Right. Exactly.
I would be like, "Oh, this is a statue, but what is it
I
for?"
seen it this morning on the news. I said, because I work like a half a minute from here. I said, okay, I'm going on lunch. And then I'm going home to see if I see myself on TV because they got me on the camera.
Yeah, I seen you on there. You was on the Jumbotron. I seen you on there. See, my thing is, I think they should have planned it better. They should talk with more people in the community.
Right.
I don't know if that car's coming in here or not. Watch it back there. That van's gonna be coming behind you. But if
So is it going to stay there?
it's gonna stay there. But I think late February they're gonna take down the gate
Okay.
because they're still doing work inside.
Yeah.
So sometime I think February 22nd I think is the date. They're gonna take down the gates so it's open to the public.
Yeah.
So then you can really get in there and take pictures the correct way.
Right.
But the sad thing about it, they should have involved people like me and you and say, give our ideas about how we felt it should be designed.
Exactly.
After all, we're part of the city too.
Hello.
We're part of the city.
That's right.
So we should be like, hey, we think it should be an image of Martin Luther King.
Yes.
Whatever how you want to make the image.
Right.
But it should be an image.
Because like you said, they're not going to know what that means.
I don't know what that means. I'm a black man, and I don't know what that means.
What's he holding on? What?
Well, he's supposed to be hugging his wife.
Okay.
It's supposed to be those are two arms of them embracing each other.
Oh, okay.
But without you knowing that, how are you going to explain to other people?
Exactly.
That's the wife that has the bracelet. And then,
The guy has some buttons on his.
yeah, but see, we don't know that.
Right.
How are we supposed to know that?
I wish he was still alive when I was born. He died a month before I was born.
Well, he died a year before I was born.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, without you getting that close and reading all the stuff on there, you should, like Paul Revere, we could go right by a statue of Paul Revere and know it's Paul Revere.
Exactly.
We can see all these other statues throughout the whole city and know exactly who these people are.
And I just hope nobody messes that up.
Well, somebody else said the same thing, that people may vandalize it for the wrong reason.
Exactly.
And hopefully they don't, but not saying they won't. Because there are people that got evil minds and evil spirits.
That's right, exactly.
So we just hope for the best. But I wish they would involve more people of the community on the planning and the making of this. And this is a private event they had, and we can't get tickets. That's a lot of stuff going on there.
If I don't watch the news in the morning, I won't know what's going on.
I heard it on the news, but they never said nothing about tickets.
They didn't say nothing about tickets either.
They said about tickets. So I get down there and say, "Oh, you got to have a ticket." So how do you get a ticket? Or you're supposed to get the ticket in advance. Well, how are we supposed to know that?
Right.
They
need to do a redo.
They need to do something. Take care. Have a good one. Nobody but Nez Porter out here getting all the truth and the facts. You know, sometimes you got to document what you see and be honest. And like, Martin Luther King probably wouldn't even stand for that kind of statue, to be honest with you. I don't think he would even settle for a statue like that for himself. He would rather probably a lifelike statue of him, or you can make it a bigger form. I mean, I don't know, man. It could be my opinion, but even that whole embrace symbol, who came up with that idea? Is that even the symbol that Martin Luther King would even want? I don't know. All right, guys, I'm headed out of here. Downtown Boston at the Boston Common. Now, these videos that I'm doing now would normally never, ever make it on YouTube. But I got to put them up there because they got to be up there. You know, it shows good and bad. It shows that we all could use some improvement in life. And start somewhere. Alright guys, if anything else comes up in this area while I'm down here, I'll be sure to get back to you. Right now the crowd has pretty much went back to normal. Now a lot of people are afraid to say certain things because they're afraid of hurting feelings and talking about their bias against something. It's not about being biased. It's about being truthful. It's about saying what you believe in. And if the vast majority of the people feel a certain way, then they need to be heard. I mean, don't hide your feelings because other people are trying to persuade you to do something that you don't want to do. If you don't like it, say I don't like it. There was a young lady I was speaking to earlier off camera. I was afraid to say something because it may hurt the people's feelings. We don't care about your feelings. We're not here to make you feel good or bad. We're here to do right and wrong. I mean, I don't care if you donated $1 million to an organization. If it's wrong, it's wrong. I mean, money doesn't make it right. I mean, people got the wrong narrative, and some people are too afraid to say it. There's another elderly woman. I don't want to cause any trouble. You're causing trouble by speaking the truth? You cannot be causing trouble by speaking the truth. Or you shouldn't be causing trouble by speaking the truth. But maybe you are causing trouble by speaking the truth. And maybe that's what they need. They need trouble. And that's what the powerful people need. They need truth need to be spoken to power. Don't be afraid. Alright guys, I'm headed out of here. Whatever I don't have on my channel, I'm pretty sure me and another gentleman on YouTube got quite a bit of coverage, more coverage than we needed to put on there. I think he streamed about 3 hours of video. I know I probably did about, wow, at least 3 hours myself probably. I did a lot of video recording up here. I know I did more than 2 hours for sure. Probably 2.5 hours combined videos. Alright guys, you guys be safe, be vigilant. I'll catch you guys in the next one. And there's Porter, downtown Boston.